Y'all, this energy that I just pulled with these cards is so beautiful. I said I have to come and talk to the collective about it. The first card that had came out for us was wake up. They said it's your moment, and I feel like that's really what this is for us. I feel like a lot of us really has woken up into really being here for a while. I feel like a lot of us were in this illusion or in this reality of what we thought spirituality and manifestation and how things were supposed to play out was supposed to be. We had our own mindset of how things were supposed to be happening, and I feel like a lot of us has now, I feel like it was an attachment that you had of how things were supposed to play out and how you thought things were going to. But I feel like with this wake up it's your moment, we have woken up and realized that that's not how things really work, right? And the best way that I can put this is I feel like we have woken up to the fact that we have to release control. Ain't nothing gonna work out how we want it to work out on our timing, when we want it to work, and we just had to learn how to surrender. So with that being said, I feel like in this season, a lot of us has been finding the lesson in where we are. They said discover the purpose in a situation, trust that you are learning, and I feel like that's where you are. You somebody has thank you for the confirmation with the dark sparking. Somebody has realized that where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. And I do feel like you're now allowing yourself to be sat down, to be still, so that you can really see the purpose in the moment. I do feel like spirit is allowing somebody to finally slow down and build a better relationship with money, with themselves, with their thoughts, with their emotions, with everything. I feel like a lot of things are being slowed down for us. And I do feel like I'm talking to a lot of divine feminines right now, but this does not have to be. But I do feel like in this season, spirit has slowed things down for you so that you can find the lesson right now. It says such a curious dream. Right now, you are focused on grounding, right? You are returning to reality. You are coming home to yourself. I love this because I know for me, y'all, and y'all know I always got to talk about myself because that's how I deliver my messages because it's things that I can relate to, right? And I know for me, for a very long time, I had the healer identity where I would show up and do this for the collective, and it got to a point where I was doing it so much that I didn't realize that the season of that identity was coming to an end. I did what I was supposed to do in that season, right? Because a woman like myself, I am multidimensional. I have so many different ways of expressing myself, and I have so many different gifts and purposes here in this world that sometimes I can get so fixated on doing and being a specific thing that I lose other parts of myself. And I'm saying all this to say that some of you guys have held on to an identity that has come to an end. You have served your purpose, you have done everything that you were supposed to do, and now it's time for you to ground yourself. It's time to you for you to return back to your reality, for you to come back home to yourself so that you can pretty much welcome in this new change, because I feel like there's a lot of momentum and there's a lot of things moving for you. But as things are moving for you, you're moving into a different season, which requires a different version of you that I feel like you haven't really tapped into yet because you have been an old, you've been operating in this other version of you that is now ready to be transformed. And I feel like this version of you is not dying. I feel like it's being integrated, it's being embodied. So the way, like for me, the way I expressed my gifts was more for like performance and feeling like I had to show up for others and be the healer and things like that. Whereas now in this season, I am the woman, and I don't have to, I can do my gifts when I feel like I want to express it rather than feeling like I have to do it because they need me. You know what I mean? It's not an obligation anymore. It's more embodied. It's more of I'm being myself and I'm flowing with my gift instead of I have to do this. You know what I mean? And so I feel like somebody is now you're stepping into the unknown, because I do feel like you're getting to know this new version of you. And I also feel like you are now, because clock time came out in reverse, I feel like somebody is learning to not be in a rush. You're learning how to take your time. Change and momentum is happening. Right here it says descent. So I do feel like when I hear descent, I think of like I don't know why I think of an airplane. That's probably the wrong thing. But I'm thinking of like departure, like when you're leaving. So I feel like some of you guys are taking off, you know what I mean? And spirit is saying to it, like there's no rush, there's no pressure here. There's no time limit on this next season. That's why Spirit is saying to take your time. Look, if we have, I want to be a queen. So stating your sovereignty, declaring your freedom, passing a test. And I do feel like that's what this next season is all about. You have passed the test, right? You've already completed what it is that you were supposed to, right? And now it's time for you to just be the woman. It's about presence. It's about embodiment. It's about being the queen that you are, living in your sovereignty, stating your sovereignty, and not feeling like you have to do anything because you're obligated to do it, right? It says all in the golden afternoon, creative spark, inspiration, imagination, and conception. So I do feel like in this next season, it's about you being yourself because you're meant to inspire and influence others. I feel like your creativity, and I talked about this on live today, your creative expression is how you are meant to bring in your abundance in this season. It's not about how much effort that you put into things. A lot of your manifestations in the last season was about effort-based manifestations. These manifestations are present-based manifestations. So it's about you being and you being present in what it is that you're doing, and actually it coming from a place of love, and that's how you're going to bring in the abundance that's here for you. And then I also seen I'm so sad because I had shuffled the deck. It was something else at the bottom of the deck and it was really good. But yeah, there's a lot of beautiful things happening here for us. It says use your time well, make every moment count in this season. Where you are right now, make every moment count. Okay, they said shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this. You're going to make it through this next season. And I feel like for a lot of you guys it could be a bit uncomfortable, and Spirit saying you're going to make it through that. We have law is not justice, rules that are not fair. A lot of you guys had to work through a lot of different things that maybe you had to forgive people that didn't deserve to be forgiven. Maybe you had to, let's just say, rules that are not fair. Maybe you had to be the bigger person in situations where you didn't want to have to be the bigger person. But guess what? You're going to get your justice back in different ways because you were able to take the high road and you knew that that was what was best for you. Look, curiouser and curiouser. Spirit is saying to get curious, baby. Get curious. And I feel like some of you guys, your weirdness is going to get you to where you want to be. The parts of you that you used to hide, or the parts of you that you didn't really want to show, or you were scared to express because of judgment, or you didn't know if people are going to understand you. Spirit is saying that is your authenticity. Do that. Okay? Do that. Your weirdness is going to be the reason why you get discovered, right? Whatever weird is to you, because everybody has their own definition of weird. But yeah, I feel like as you really tap into your authenticity and you being yourself, you're going to discover different things about yourself, and so many different people are going to be discovering you. So yes, I'm going to leave y'all with this song. The song is, I said, take your time. What's the rush? I don't know why. That was just in my head. But yeah, they said you can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present moment. Stay curious and wake up because it's your moment.